In this video, we are going to show you all the demonstrations related to vaginal breech delivery. This video is meant for doctors and nurses working in labor room because while working in labor room, they may encounter a patient in breech presentation in fully dilated state, that is during second stage of labor anytime. Nowadays, most of the breech presentations are delivered by cesarean sections, but the maneuvers which we perform during vaginal breech delivery are quite similar to those during cesarean delivery. Therefore, we must know how to conduct a vaginal breech delivery and how to perform all the maneuvers associated with it. The specific learning objectives of this video are that the students must be able to demonstrate vaginal breech delivery. They must be able to demonstrate the assisted breech delivery, the delivery of the aftercoming head in a breech presentation, the delivery of complicated breech presentation and its associated maneuvers like Losset's maneuver, classical maneuver, Pinard's maneuver. They should be able to demonstrate how to apply forceps for the aftercoming head in case of breech presentation. First of all, I would like to tell you about the types of breech presentations. There are three types of breech presentations: complete breech, frank breech and footling presentation. In complete breech, there is flexion at the level of thighs, flexion at the level of knees. This baby is showing the complete breech. Then second is frank breech. In frank breech, there is flexion at the level of thighs but extension at the level of knees. This baby shows the position of frank breech. Then in footling presentation, there is extension at the level of thighs and extension at the level of knees. It can be a single footling presentation or double footling presentation. Now, why I have told you about the types of breech presentation? Because the mechanism of labor remains the same for all the types of breech presentation. The only difference is that the leading part is different for different types. For example, in complete breech, the leading part is buttocks. In frank breech, leading part is buttocks. But in footling breech, the leading part is foot, and in kneeling breech, the leading part is knee. Now, the most common type is frank breech, which is seen in 50 to 60% of cases. Now, before going for mechanism of labor, I would like to tell you the types of delivery in breech presentation. There are three types of breech deliveries. First is spontaneous breech delivery, second is assisted breech delivery, and third is complicated breech delivery. I am going to tell you mechanism of labor in breech presentation. The most common position is left sacro-anterior, that is LSA. So I am going to demonstrate mechanism of labor in frank breech in left sacro-anterior position. In left sacro-anterior position, the sacrum lies in the left anterior quadrant of the maternal pelvis, and the diameter of engagement is bitrochanteric diameter, which is 10 centimeters. This occupies the left oblique diameter in LSA position. Now, the descent is slow in breech presentation because the breech is not that good dilator as compared to head. But with the aid of uterine contractions, with descent and with flexion, which occurs at the level of waist, the anterior hip becomes the leading part and it touches the pelvic floor first. And with the resistance of the pelvic floor, internal rotation of buttocks occurs by 45 degrees or 1/8 of the circle. So that now the anterior hip lies under symphysis pubis and the bitrochanteric diameter occupies the anteroposterior diameter. With further descent, and with the aid of uterine contractions, the posterior hip rises and is born over perineum, followed by anterior hip. Then in spontaneous breech delivery, the legs are born spontaneously. After the delivery of the buttocks and the lower limbs, restitution occurs by 1/8 of the circle to relieve the twist which has occurred due to internal rotation. After the restitution, the buttocks occupy the same position as during engagement. With this, that is after the restitution, now shoulders are occupying the same oblique diameter as the buttocks, that is left oblique diameter. Here the diameter of engagement is bisacromial diameter, which is 12 centimeters. Then with further descent and flexion, the anterior shoulder becomes the leading part and it touches the pelvic floor, and there occurs internal rotation of the shoulders by 1/8 of the circle or 45 degrees, so that the anterior shoulder lies under the symphysis pubis. Now with further descent and with the aid of uterine contraction, the posterior shoulder rises and is born over the perineum, followed by anterior shoulder. With the internal rotation of the shoulders, there occurs external rotation of the trunk which is visible externally. After the delivery of the shoulders and the arms, there occurs restitutions to relieve the twist which has occurred due to internal rotation. After the restitution, the shoulders occupy the same position as during engagement. With the restitution of the shoulders, now the occiput lies in the left anterior quadrant of the maternal pelvis, like in left occipito-anterior position. With left occipito-anterior position, the sagittal sutures occupy the opposite oblique diameter, that is the right oblique diameter of the brim. With further descent and flexion, the occiput touches the pelvic floor and internal rotation of occiput occurs by 45 degrees. The internal rotation of occiput is visible externally as movement of the trunk. Now the occiput after internal rotation lies under the symphysis pubis, and with further descent and flexion and with the aid of uterine contraction, occiput is born over perineum. The successive parts born are chin, mouth, nose, forehead, bregma and occiput. This is how the spontaneous breech delivery occurs. Now we will see how assisted breech delivery is conducted. For assisted breech delivery, remember the mnemonic CAREFUL, where C stands for check for presentation, position and cord. A stands for await till umbilicus. R stands for rotate for arms, that is we have to do Losset's maneuver or other maneuvers. Then E stands for enter the MSV maneuver, that is Morishuk smelly weight maneuver. Then F stands for flexed head. U stands for up with sacrum anterior, and L stand for lift the baby onto the mother. Now, during assisted breech delivery, when the breech starts climbing over the perineum, like this, it is the right time to give a liberal episiotomy. Once we give a liberal episiotomy, we have to wait till the umbilicus is seen. we have to let the buttocks to be born spontaneously. In most of the time the legs are delivered spontaneously, but if not delivered, then we have to insert our two fingers, that is index finger and the middle finger, up to the popliteal fossa, and we have to press the popliteal fossa and abduct it so that the legs are flexed, and then we grasp the foot at ankle and deliver the leg like this. Similarly, the other leg is also delivered by pressing the popliteal fossa and abducting so that the legs are flexed and we can grasp the foot and deliver them out. After the legs are delivered, we have to ensure the back remains anterior. Once the buttocks and lower limbs are delivered, we have to cover the baby with the help of a warm towel like this and support the body of the baby. Now we have to pull down the umbilical cord so that the traction and the compression is minimized. Now for giving traction to depress the buttocks, we have to put our fingers of both the hands at the anterior superior iliac spine of the baby and thumbs at the sacrum like this. With this, we have to depress the buttocks with gentle traction so that the inferior angle of the scapula is visible like this. Now with this, we can deliver the shoulders and arms by simply sweeping the arms over the face of the baby, chest of the baby like this. Similarly, the other arm can be delivered by sweeping over the chest. Like this. Now the most difficult part of vaginal breech delivery is delivery of the aftercoming head. For delivery of the aftercoming head, the most commonly performed maneuver is Crystallar maneuver or Bragg's maneuver. In this maneuver, we just give suprapubic pressure in the downward and backward direction so that the flexion of the head is maintained, and with gentle traction the head is delivered. The next most popular maneuver or the most commonly used maneuver is Mauritius Mellivate maneuver or the MSV maneuver. In this maneuver, the body of the baby is supported on the left supinated arm of the operator and limbs are hanging by side like this. The index finger and the middle finger are placed at the malar eminences. The ring finger and the little finger of the right hand are placed at the right shoulder, index finger at the left shoulder and middle finger at the subocciput like this. The fingers at the malar eminences are just to facilitate the flexion attitude of the head, while the fingers which are placed over the shoulders are to give the traction. Now I will show how to deliver the baby with MSV maneuver. Now as I have shown you, we have to place the baby on left supinated arm. When with right hand, we have to give traction on shoulder. With continued suprapubic pressure and gentle traction, we have to deliver the head by MSV maneuver like this. The little modification of the Mauritius Mellivate maneuver is Weygand-Martin maneuver. In this maneuver, we support the baby in similar way on the left supinated arm as that in MSV maneuver. But the difference is that here we place middle finger in the mouth of the baby, index finger and the little finger on the malar eminences like this. These fingers are just to facilitate the flexion and not to give the traction, and with continued suprapubic pressure we deliver the baby with gentle traction over the trunk, like that in MSV maneuver. The next popular maneuver which we perform for the delivery of the aftercoming head in breech presentation is Burns-Marshall maneuver. In this maneuver, we wait so that the baby hangs by its own weight or by the effect of gravity till the nape of neck is seen. After the nape of neck is seen, we hold the baby at ankles with the index finger in between 2 feet, and then we support the perineum with the left hand, and with gentle traction we make a wide arc of a circle and allow the trunk to swing through that arc, and then by giving a traction in a forward and upward direction towards maternal abdomen, we deliver the head like this. In this way, by Burns-Marshall maneuver, we deliver the aftercoming head. In Burns-Marshall maneuver, the operator can give perineal support with the left hand and an assistant is required to give suprapubic pressure. But in Mauritius-Melivet maneuver, an assistant is required to give perineal support. The other safe method to deliver the aftercoming head during breech vaginal delivery is using forceps. Any forceps can be used, but the specially designed forceps for the delivery of the aftercoming head are Piper's forceps. The benefit is because the shank is more curved and long in Piper's forceps. The handles are depressed below the shank, the arc of shank, and the pelvic curve is reduced in Piper's forceps. That helps in delivery of the aftercoming head. We are not going to use Piper's forceps, we are going to use outlet forceps, long curved outlet forceps, which I am going to show you. Now I am going to tell you how to apply the forceps in a aftercoming head. While we apply the forceps for delivery of aftercoming head, an assistant is needed to give continuous suprapubic pressure in downward and backward direction. Another assistant is needed to hold the legs of the baby and raise the legs slightly so that to facilitate the entry of the forceps or for the application of the blades. But the elevation should not be too high and not too low. So because if the elevation is too high, then that will affect the flexion attitude of the head, and that will create more difficulty in delivering head. And too low forceps will hamper the application of forceps. Now I am going to show you how to apply the forceps. First I will introduce left blade. I am introducing left blade. I will ask the assistant to hold the blade so that I can apply right blade. Now I am applying right blade. Now I will try to lock the forceps. The forceps are locked. It means my application is right. Now I will ask the assistant to support the perineum. I will give traction on the forceps and deliver the head like this. Now we are going to see complicated breech delivery. There is often delay in the descent of the breech at various levels, at the level of brim, at the level of cavity, and at the level of outlet. In such situation, we preferably do emergency cesarean section instead of going for trial of labor. But whenever there is non-availability of emergency cesarean section, we must know certain maneuvers to deliver the breech. Now I am going to discuss about those maneuvers. First, I will show you Pinard's maneuver. This maneuver is used to deliver the legs, which are not delivered spontaneously or by assisted breech delivery. I am going to show you Pinard's maneuver outside the pelvis so that you can see it better and understand it better. In Pinard's maneuver, we do intrauterine manipulation to convert the frank breech into a footling presentation. Remember, it is an intrauterine manipulation. Here we insert our two fingers, that is index finger and the middle finger, to do the manipulation up to the popliteal fossa of the baby. We press the popliteal fossa, abduct it slightly so that the legs are flexed. Then we grasp the foot at ankles and deliver it like this. Similarly, the other leg is delivered. I am going to show you. This is popliteal fossa. I am pressing it, abducting it, and now holding the foot at ankle and delivering the leg. Now we will see the maneuvers for arrested shoulder and arms. First, I will show you classical maneuver. Classical maneuver is done by introducing hand along the sacral curve like this, and then posterior arm is palpated. We give firm pressure over the humerus and push the posterior arm over the face of the baby and deliver like this. Similarly, anterior arm is delivered by pressing humerus and pushing the anterior arm over the face of the baby, and then it is delivered like this. This maneuver requires epidural or general anesthesia because it is all intrauterine manipulation. Now I will show you Losset's maneuver, which is the most popular maneuver for delivery of the arrested shoulders and arms. For this maneuver, we have to hold the baby's trunk and rotate the baby through 180 degrees, keeping back anterior like this, so that now the posterior shoulder hinges under the symphysis pubis and we can easily remove the shoulder by hooking up like this. Similarly, again the baby is rotated through 180 degrees in a reverse direction like this, so that now the anterior arm hinges under the symphysis pubis and we can deliver the anterior arm by just hooking up like this. This completes the delivery of the shoulders and arms by Losset's maneuver. The another difficulty we encounter during the complicated breech delivery is whenever there is a knuckle displacement of the arm. Knuckle displacement means the baby's arm lies behind the head like this. Now I am going to show you in such situation what is to be done. We go for rotational maneuver in such situation. I am going to show you the rotational maneuver. In rotational maneuver, we introduce both half our hands, flats of hands, alongside the torso of the body, baby's body, like this. This is like a namaste position. I'll show you like this. Okay. Now I'm introducing my hands alongside the torso of the baby and will rotate the baby through 180 degrees towards the fingertips of the trapped arm like this. Like this. Now this will release the posterior shoulder and will lie under the symphysis pubis. Now we can remove the posterior arm first by hooking out like this. Now the baby is ready for Losset's maneuver. We can again rotate the trunk through 180 degrees in reverse direction like this. Now the anterior arm comes under the symphysis pubis and we can easily remove the anterior arm by hooking out like this. Another difficulty we face during complicated breech delivery is that when the back remains posterior. In such situation, we can deliver the aftercoming head by Prague's maneuver. In Prague's maneuver, we grasp the shoulder with 2 fingers from below, that is from back side, and then an assistant gives perineal support, and then we draw the foot up onto the maternal pelvis. With continuous traction, the head is delivered like this. These are the all maneuvers which will help us to deliver a breech presentation vaginally. The assisted breech delivery and all these maneuvers require skill and expertise for an effective maternal and fetal outcome. But the technique behind all the maneuvers and the procedure should be clear in your mind while performing this. I hope this video will help you to achieve all the expertise and skill required to perform these maneuvers and to perform the breech vaginal delivery in emergency. Thank you very much.